Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you're enjoying the content. Ever wonder if a show can sometimes try a little too hard to add something new? Something that instead of enhancing the story, um, just feels extra. Um, that's what's been happening with the latest season of Percy Jackson and the Olympians in leading up to season two. The creators announced a brand new character created specifically for the TV adaptation. Many fans were skeptical. Um, could this addition genuinely elevate the series, or would it disrupt the established narrative? I approached it with cautious optimism, hoping for a positive surprise. The intention was clear to demonstrate that Luke Castellan's growing army wasn't solely built on monsters, but also on disillusioned demigods. A wider network of support stretching beyond what we initially see. It sounded promising, a way to expand the scope of the conflict. Allison Sims, daughter of Apollo, is an ex-camp half-blood camper, now living in the mortal world. She's a staunch believer in Kronos because with quickly joining Luke's forces, um, she's presented as aggressive and skilled with a bow and arrow, uh, a potentially formidable opponent. However, the problem arises when her scenes take time away from the core storyline. Her confrontations with Grover and Percy, while adding action, feel ultimately unnecessary. They don't move the plot forward in any meaningful way. The scene with Grover, meant to showcase Luke's reach, could have been easily conveyed through existing plot points. The book already establishes that six other demigods joined Luke, and we see Chris Rodriguez on the Andromeda. A new character wasn't needed to illustrate this. Um, and the fight on the Andromeda, uh, it felt shoehorned in, lacking the impact of other action sequences. Allison is simply uh, pushed off the boat and saved by giants. It adds little to the tension or the overall narrative, feeling more like filler than substance. With Luke largely absent for much of the Sea of Monsters, it's unlikely Allison will receive a scene to justify her existence. Um, it feels like a missed opportunity, a character added for the sake of adding rather than serving a genuine purpose. Extras could have easily fulfilled this function. It's a bit like adding sprinkles to a perfectly good take. Uh, uh, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, start